Hey everybody, good news. We were able to meet with the fabricator today, and so let's take a look at how that went. So John, I don't know if you want to just tell folks, who you are, what you guys do here.
Yeah, I'm Jon Snyder with Ignio Systems. We do primarily some fabrication and other things here, but we're gonna probably get these blanked out, have them all lasered and engraved, possibly. So when we deliver the end product, it's ready to go.
It's ready to go.
Put all the buttons in and transformers and
ship it out.
Whatever all the other stuff is that's going on here. And
we met last month, and we looked at the headphone amplifier, and we changed strategy, and we want to come out with the Leghorn for it first. So I sent the files for the Leghorn over to John for review, and I wanted to bring him up. This sample, which is not, it's still where you take it apart, and then what they'll do is they'll build another prototype of my prototype, and then we'll check it and make sure that everything lines up the way it should. And assuming it does, then we're approved then to go ahead and stamp out 100 of them. I'll deliver this, they'll take it, he has the files, they'll run the job, we'll come back out, we'll compare it, we'll make sure that it should be universal. It should be like, I should be able to take this off of any amplifier and put it onto any other amplifier, and it should match up. Now this is aluminum, and the faceplates are aluminum, and the prototype, we talked about stainless steel.
yes,
right?
yes.
So, what does the market look like? I know aluminum is scarce right now, and like lumber for building is scarce right now. What about the steel for this? Is that going to be any more difficult than normal?
Everything's delayed. We're seeing 4 to 6 weeks on steel delivery sometimes, but we should be able to knock. This isn't a big quantity, so we'll be able to knock.
Right. 100 of them, once you get steel in, it's bang bang, because these are going to come in flat sheets. You'll punch all the holes and then you'll fold it, or you'll fold it and then you'll punch it.
It'll all be lasered then folded.
Right, lasered then folded. Yeah, and as long as because this stuff on the top can float around a little bit, right? As long as they're in relationship to one another, and that's the easy part. The only real difficult thing here, I think, is the faceplate. So what I've done is I've kind of oversized the holes on the chassis so that the holes that are in here are pretty tight. They're pretty tolerant, so you got a little more slop in the chassis, and you can move that faceplate around a little bit. The sides are pretty tight. We can't get too big here, because then you got to get like giant washers and things. And so making sure that these match up to the holes here was one of my big challenges. And these come off, they're very tight, and it has to be worked a little bit before this will actually fit in here. So I'll have to come in with a file, and I knock out some of the pieces there, and then I file this down a little bit, and I file some of the rough edges here just to make sure that when it fits, it's very snug. And I want to reduce vibrations. I don't want things loose; they're going to vibrate. And this is supposed to be like a cocoon kind of around it to give it even more rigidity. Exactly. So that's what I'm going for. So I'll leave these screws with you. They have to, there's a tool that drives it right in there, and it'll stop automatically, so you can't go too far if you use the right tool. What else?
I think that's it.
Just any laser engraving that you want
On the back. So I think what we're going to do is it'll say, you'll see on the files, the output and the input, left and the right. I was having trouble with some of this lining up, right? And we decided, I think, on the serial numbers and the tags, we're going to actually buy like a metal tag that you can print on and then crack and peel, and then that'll go on, and we don't have to do this engraving here.
Yeah.
But I do want, the voltage here and then the amperage here, and this may change. I'm not sure. I might want to use a 3 amp fuse there instead of. So timeline for getting a prototype. You've got the files now to recreate the files.
Especially if you're saying all this can
float a little bit.
Hair.
Yeah.
And as long as we can nail
all
those.
This can float a hair. It's really the side.
Yeah. So timeline, I would say 6 weeks at the latest. We can probably do a little better than that if we really, really push.
Good, that's perfect. So then we should be like by the end of June, we're done with the prototyping. You've got the files, you've run it, we've done the QA on it, and at the end of the campaign, we're about ready to say, okay, pull the trigger, and at that point, then you would order the steel.
But if things start loosening up and speeding up, you know, everyone's just booked right now. Everywhere I go, I mean, I just gotta order a steel, and today I ordered on April 1st. Just
Wow.
came in. That's 8 weeks almost.
So by mid-August, we could be, you know, we could have these ready to start the manufacture, right, where we start to install
Start assembling.
all the components on it, and I mean, that would keep us on track, I think, for November ship date. That's our goal. I mean, I think right now that seems very doable.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time. I'll leave this one with you. I'm going to take this one with me.
That was a great meeting today. So I think we got a lot accomplished in a very short time. The schedule is going to play right into our plan for a November ship date. So we're on track, and we'll have more to come. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.